Welcome to 10th Year Seniors. This is a pretty special podcast for us, something that's right in our wheelhouse, something that we're very excited about. Been looking forward to it for a long time, and we're going to spend the day talking about the Battle for Atlantis. It's one of the biggest early season NCAA basketball tournaments. It's only been out for 4 years, but it's already established a great tradition for having some of the top teams in the nation. It's known for its upsets, known for spotlighting breakout players early in the season, and it's just a great atmosphere for people to come around. The fans travel, the locals get into it, and people like coming to the Bahamas, so it has all the ingredients necessary to make a great tournament. What do you guys think about it?
I can't wait till I could go into the court and network inside.
This is
Battle for Atlantis.
Yeah, this is going to be the biggest college basketball tournament obviously the Bahamas has ever had. There are a lot of talented teams here. We get to see North Carolina again. Hopefully they play a little better than they did last time they were here. DeAndre Ayton to get 18 and 18 on them. So
let's talk about who is in this year's tournament. Like Kari was saying, it's a very strong field. 4 ranked teams this year. We start at number 3. You got Wisconsin. You have the North Carolina Tar Heels, currently ranked 6th right now. You have Florida. They dropped 2 spots in the rankings, but they're still 8. Then you have Oklahoma, of course, ranked number 19 right now.
The dark horse to win the tournament.
You have UCLA just outside the top 25, ranked number 29 right now. And the rest of the field, you have the UAB Blazers, Georgetown Hoyas, and Butler Bulldogs. So
it's good basketball pedigree in this tournament, that's for sure.
pretty well-known field, because even casual college basketball fans, they're familiar with those names. Even the lesser known programs like Butler's
UAB.
been in the Final Four
2 years in a row.
2 years in a row very recently. So if you're a younger basketball fan, Gordon Hayward, you probably have seen him play at Butler. So like John was saying, pretty good pedigree for this tournament. All right, so we're going to go live on location right now. We have Taige Adderley. He's going to be our official sideline reporter for this tournament. We're not really going to be on the sidelines, but he's on location at the Atlantis right now, getting stuff set up super early. Taige, how's it going down there at Royal Towers?
Yeah, I'm down at Royal Towers. I was just in the convention center. They have everything set up. They're ready to go right now. Dakari, your boy Justin Jackson, he just shot 18 at Davidson, and he's good to go too.
Yes. MVP. Yeah. Tournament MVP. That's the only reason I'm covering this, by the way. Justin Jackson, first round pick.
Yeah, we love Justin Jackson. But what I want to see is the Bahamian guys, how they're going to do. I know Buddy isn't from Nassau, but I know his family's probably able to see him.
It still counts, weirdly enough. Yeah.
Yes.
It's going to be great to see if Wannabill could crack the rotation for UCLA, too. We had a rough year last year. But, they lost some key guys with Jordan Adams and Kyle Anderson. So, this is a big spot opening for him. You're going to see if he can fill it, too. I can't wait.
Taige, I know the team started to come in today. Have you seen anyone around the Atlantis?
Yeah, I saw North Carolina reach.
Taige, can you do me a favor?
Just no, there's a lot of fans too, especially from the East Coast schools. I guess North Carolina. Some Butler people there too, some straight Butler people. I didn't expect to see them. I didn't even know Butler was a thing until 2 years ago. But
neither did
they're all
I.
in
Yeah.
here. Okay. And it's just like last year when you remember when the Kansas fans took over.
Kansas was really deep last year. I know.
You can't blame them. The weather's really nice down here. You get at the pool. You know what I mean? It's snowing in every state in the U.S. So
even Florida apparently it's snowing in Florida. But when you see Roy Williams, can you ask him when was the last time he was outcoached as badly as he was last time he was in the Bahamas?
When I see Roy Williams, I'm gonna ask him what's it like to be KJ's son.
So
I wonder if KJ. I want KJ to come to the tournament and give Roy Williams some tips.
Is he gonna come? He should just come dressed as a troll.
He should
just walk.
He should just sit behind the UNC bench and just troll Roy Williams the entire time.
When KJ comes, we should interview KJ to see
during the game.
During the UNC press conference, he should just walk up on the stage and sit next to Roy Williams.
Yes.
He knows all
And
Carolina's weak.
The reason why we bring up KJ so much, if you don't know, UNC came down here for Summer of Thunder, and Coach KJ defeated Roy with the Providence Storm. Aiden, 18.17 rebounds. So we have anointed the Hugh Campbell best coach of all time.
Think about that. They lost to a team named the Providence Storm.
Yeah,
nice.
They lost to the greatest coach to ever coach in the Bahamas, Kevin Johnson. Get it right. So
my bad.
So I like to ask Roy about that. And I definitely look forward to seeing the Bahamian kids play Buddy Hield and Wanna Bill.
Yeah, so like Taige was saying, Taige touched on it, but let's focus on that. I mean, this is a pretty big deal for the Bahamian crowd to be able to see not just a Bahamian player play in this tournament, but somebody of Buddy Hield's caliber. Somebody of his caliber, somebody of his stature. He's one of the best players in the Big 12. He's Oklahoma's leading scorer. He's a projected first-round pick. So, I mean, that should add extra flavor to this tournament. It should
project the first-round pick guarantees you play in the NBA.
Yeah, it should drum up a lot of interest with locals. I know he said he has over 40 family members traveling from Freeport, just to come here to watch him play.
And the way he's been playing lately, I mean, is really not out of the realm of expectation for him to have a good tournament. Because, I mean, he's averaging, 24 a game?
Yeah, and so 7 rebounds.
I mean, it's a young season, and they still playing cupcake games. But, I mean, if you could hoop, you could hoop. And and he's been doing his thing so far this year. So I'd like to see what he does in the tournament. If he gets to show out in front of his family and friends.
First game of the season, he went 7 for 7 from beyond the arc. And, that's the way you want to start a season. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you take 7 threes and you hit 7 threes.
Because 7 threes against Duke and 7 threes against
seven open threes by yourself are hard.
7 open jumpers, bro.
Yeah, I don't think I could do that.
They just lost a big one to Creighton, but he still had a good game in that one. So, we'll see. I really look forward to him. And UCLA was my favorite team to watch last year. I liked I kind of wanted Zach LaVine to stay selfishly so I could watch him play, but he's not there anymore. But Bryce Alford just went for 28 last game too, so he's stepping up. So
yeah,
I think it's definitely going to be an entertaining tournament.
Speaking of UCLA, I mean, I know Buddy's the big deal that most people here are talking about, but like you touched on earlier, we do have Wanna Bill on the UCLA roster, so we have 2 Bahamians in this tournament that people should keep an eye on. Wanna's not going to get the minutes that Buddy's going to get. Buddy's the star of Oklahoma's team, but Wanna has been playing somewhere around 10 to 12 minutes a game, so I mean, that's still something that the Bahamian public should get to look forward to. What do you think we'll be able to see from him?
From Wanna?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they might play him some more. I don't know how they'll manage the rotation. I know Alford is stepping up, but if he could come in and bring some energy and athleticism, maybe get some.
You got to be the hustle guy. That's what he's got to do to be able to get on the floor.
If he gets some rounds, that would be great. You know what I mean? If he could play more than 10 minutes too, that would be good. It looks like they want him to play. You know what I mean? Like they're trying to work him into the rotation. And like I said, it was rough last year. He was hurt. And it was hard for him to get going, especially behind experienced guys like Kyle Anderson and Jordan Adams. So hopefully he can get in a rotation and make some things happen.
I mean, this could be the stepping stone for him to crack the rotation, playing at home.
Yeah, he's in front of his home. You know what I mean? He's in his hometown. This could be what propels him into the rotation. Hopefully,
that's what we need.
I definitely hope so. I mean. This might be biased, but I hope
No, it's okay. We can be completely biased about this. I mean,
look, let's hope the 2 Bahamian guys get 30 and 15
a game.
Completely biased.
I would like to see him average 30 and 15 in this tournament and win MVP. Him or Buddy, but I mean, I just want to see him play and work his way in a rotation. Like I said, he's been getting the burn. So, and he's so athletic. You know what I mean? He might get there sometime this season. Hopefully, the time starts now.
So let's talk about some of the things that we want to see in this tournament. I'll swing it over to Kari.
Yes.
If there's one thing that you wanted to see, I know you've got a whole list that you've been waiting on. But
yes, thank you.
Let's start at the top. What's one of the things on your list that you want to see in this tournament?
That was some amazing, in-depth college basketball talk. But one of the things I want to see right off the bat, Buddy Hield is traveling with 45 Bahamian fans.
No, he's not traveling with them. They're coming
game.
From Freeport.
Yeah, he's traveling with them. So
he's got
45 Bahamian fans coming to this game. In the midst of the college atmosphere, if we could get some Hugh Campbell sound effects going on every time he's dribbling the ball up the court.
I'm hoping they allow cowbells in there.
That would be amazing.
I'm hoping we get some cowbells.
We need Marcellus Hall to call Buddy Hield and one of our Bills game. Can we get Marcellison.
And it's so great because they're going to be playing against each other in the second game Wednesday afternoon.
All of us are going to be there, wall-to-wall coverage from 10th year seniors. That's going to be like our favorite game in the tournament.
Yeah.
I don't even know what's going on.
But, so we got
so
adding in the Hugh Campbell and the Junkanoo Sounds. What else?
Yeah. Junkanoo Sounds. Okay. There are these
We need the Urban Renewal Band.
Oh, they're going to be there. No joke. They literally play at halftime.
They will be there, and hopefully, for the love of God, can Coach Cal just like
come back for that one moment
it streamed in just so he can yell at everyone. Okay,
I think this is an inside joke. I think we need to explain it for the people.
Okay, Nal, you want to take it?
Okay, so at the Summer of Thunder,
the Big Blue Tour.
That's a part of the Summer of Thunder. The Big Blue Bahamas Tour. The Urban Renewal Band played at the halftime of Kentucky's game when they played. Was that the Dominican team? I'm not sure.
I think it was a French team.
One of the teams that Kentucky played on the tour. And so Coach Cal takes the Wildcats back and talks to them in the locker room. And he brings them out after it was about 15 to 20 minutes. They're expecting to warm up. But the Urban Renewal Band was just getting warmed up at the same time. So Coach Cal was on the sideline just staring daggers into everybody.
He was like fuming.
It's funny.
I want to get my team
because
on the
Coach
court.
Cal's just like, wrap it up. Yeah. And the guy, the director, thought he kept going.
But he just kept going.
And he just kept directing them. And
Coach Cal was like, I need my NBA players to warm up. Can we cut it short?
Yeah.
Well, let's get back to the battle for Atlantis. Okay. What else are you hoping to see?
Number 2.
And they never performed again after that Kentucky game.
That is fact.
That is how powerful Coach Cal is. But number 2, just for me personally, when I see Ronaldo doing interviews with people, just to see if he can somehow drop in a University of Kentucky line of reference at the point to them, like
every single time
playing a number 1 team, like, oh yeah, so Kentucky is playing 2 squads. Do you guys ever think of like trying to run?
I am completely going to troll Wisconsin,
and I'm just gonna laugh at it every single time.
All of the teams that we beat, I'm going to troll everybody.
3, the director of basketball operations. Apparently, every team who has a director of basketball operations, 1, played college basketball, and 2, I know a few of these names, which is great. So when I see like Tyus Edney and Othello Harrington, I'm gonna give Tyus Edney a sup. Talk about that shot he hit, went coast to coast. Like, need to teach your boy some stuff.
He got a couple of rap references for that.
Yes,
great shot.
He did. Joe Butt got him.
Joe Budden.
Look at this. This is why you listen to us, people. This is for
Jay-Z freestyle.
Insight like this. Also, just moving on, the UCLA team.
Could play Bryce Alford. That's it.
Right now, nice. Bryce Alford is averaging 21 points. He's averaging 21 points per game and over 10 assists. So Bryce Alford is getting it done.
Last year, I thought he should have started at point with Zach LaVine, and then they should have played what's his name, Kyle Anderson at the 4, and then Jordan Adams came off the bench because he sucks.
Is it too late to get Zach LaVine to come back and play in this tournament? Like, what's he doing? What's he doing in Minnesota? Honestly,
I think the second that he
traveling
got an agent
between UCLA and Minnesota, is it a choice? Like, I feel like it's not. I feel like you need to stay in UCLA.
I think if we all remember Zach LaVine's reaction on draft night, we kind of know how he feels.
He wants to go back. Yeah. It's like Jack and Lost. We have to go back.
So we talked about Buddy. We talked about Wana. That's what the Bahamian public will want to see.
Also, Hoyas. Come on. The Georgetown Hoyas will be in town.
Yes.
They are going to love this.
They will love it. That's the one time they can wear their Hoya hats and that's what it was.
I feel like we're all showing our age because I don't even think that's a gang in the Bahamas anymore.
I don't think that's a thing that these kids
It's not a thing anymore.
I don't think that's
the
no
gangs are
longer
more like, I think it's more like the Wire over here than what was that, Juice or whatever the Hoyas were. I just remember it was like so 90s. Like, I remember the big jackets, even though it was 90 degrees, and big baggy jeans and shoes and whatnot. I think it's legit.
But why did they put UCLA and Oklahoma in the first game together? I mean, do they not like Bahamians?
I don't think they scheduled that because they didn't like Bahamians, John. I'm pretty sure that wasn't the reason that the schedule makers decided to put them one together.
Was it not seating? How did they schedule? Was it seating or was it like random?
It's probably a random draw.
It's random. It's not seating, but I think they think it's a bigger local draw if you put them both on the court. Well, not both on the court at the same time, but you give it the possibility that they're both going to play. So you can market that game as, hey, this is the game that Bahamian fans should go to.
I really haven't heard anybody talk about it outside of us. And so far as using the
Can we say that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, so far, but I mean, there's really not at that point in college basketball yet where we start talking about it, because football.
They're still early in the season though in college basketball.
Yeah, NFL is on. People aren't really even talking about the NBA like that anymore.
You mean everyone
right now,
else?
so.
Because I'm talking about college
I don't know.
basketball from July.
NFL, that's the sport. What are they doing?
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that is.
But one thing about Battlefront, what I noticed is there's always a ranked team that gets upset. No matter what. Every year, there's been a team that made a run. I mean, when Harvard won.
Always known for upsets.
Yeah. They beat Florida State, who was ranked 22.
Yeah,
That year,
and
UCF beat UConn.
Last year was when Villanova really started. To steal a line from Taige, Villanova started to make some noise at Battlefront.
Yeah.
And that went all the way through to the NCAA
Yeah, because
tournament.
they got ranked directly after this tournament.
Yeah.
And they got ranked like 15 or so. They went from unranked to 15 like in a heartbeat.
Mm-hmm. Another thing.
So what
sorry, go ahead.
What ranked team do you guys think is going down in this tournament?
Florida. 100% Florida.
Yeah.
But Al is showing his Florida bias. Go ahead.
North Carolina.
Now
I mean, Florida lost to Miami.
The thing about Florida is they are extremely banged up. They have 2 guys out of their starting 7-man rotation. 2 of them are not even going to be traveling here. And they're already hurt. They're only going to have 6 scholarship players. So that means everyone else that's going to be playing are walk-ons.
But I think KJ gives a pregame speech to whoever, and then they beat North Carolina, because KJ is that guy.
Yo, that would be epic if KJ had that speech for North Carolina, and his speech could be about when he beat them in Summer of Thunder.
KJ, so we can give up,
Another thing the Battle for Atlantis is known for is NBA caliber players. I think every year you have at least 5 or 6 guys that are, if they're not drafted directly into the NBA, they find a way onto some roster that they'll end up somewhere on an NBA team. And we have a lot of those guys this year again. Frank Kaminsky, I think, is probably one of the best NBA prospects. Center for Wisconsin. He's an All-American player. He's a stretch 5. He can pretty much do it all.
Well, yeah, last year in the tournament, he came up big in pretty much all their games. Like, he's the reason why they got to where they got in the tournament. Because he has a mid-range jumper. He's good in the low post. He could pass the ball for a big man.
And all the way out to 3-point range. Frank Kaminsky is a legit stretch 5.
I like his ability to stretch the floor and his ability to attack off the dribble, even though he's 7 feet tall. He's for sure like an NBA 4. I could see some smart team like the Spurs drafting him and him fitting right in, playing that Matt Bonner role.
But ranked even higher than him, or projected to go even higher than him, is his teammate Sam Decker. Sam Decker is, I think he's a prototypical small forward. And he played really, really good in the tournament last year. I know when UK played Wisconsin in the Elite 8, I was more afraid of Sam Decker than anybody else in college basketball. Really? Completely afraid of Sam Decker.
That really was just really not impressed you.
No.
Isn't that Harrison Ford? Isn't that the name of Harrison Ford's character in Blade Runner? No.
I have no idea.
We don't know. You could Google that and let us know.
I'm just kidding. But definitely him. I don't know. I gotta read up on him. But I know Buddy is projected to go. He at the beginning of the season he's projected to go low first round. But I mean,
if Buddy continues shooting, he'll be a mid first rounder.
He's probably in the lottery. So you know what I mean. I like to see, like I said, that's why I like to see what he does. Not just because he's Bahamian, but he's definitely a lottery prospect.
Yeah. Look, it is because he's Bahamian. We wanted to see him do well.
And also because he's probably the best player in this tournament.
It is because he's Bahamian, but the guy has a legit shot to go in the lottery.
Yeah.
Like legit, because you know what I mean? Because the question was coming into school, could he shoot? And I think he's answering that question. He answered it last year, and he's keeping it up. It's not an aberration what happened last year. So if he could prove himself the real deal and get in the lottery and get on a team, so I really want to see how he does, for sure.
And I think one of the most exciting players in the tournament could be Marcus Paige. The loss to KJ and the Providence Storms notwithstanding, Marcus Paige is a really, really good point guard. I mean, he's the kind of, who can I compare him to who plays in the NBA right now? I have no idea who Marcus Paige is.
Williams?
You know what I mean? He's also in the control left-handed. He can really shoot. He's so smooth. I wonder, if he's mailing it in, or you know what I mean, or
the Tracy McGrady stigma.
Yeah, it kind of works because with those kind of players, you can't tell. Like you said, he's smooth enough where you can't tell if he's really giving 100% effort. Because I couldn't tell watching them play this summer. I don't know if he was just that afraid of the Bahamian team, but I couldn't tell when he was really giving effort or if he was mailing it in.
And it's funny too, because he was having really bad games, but it didn't seem like it. But one of my friends who played against Mike Conley said when he was in Ohio State, said he was just like that. So he was really sleepy. Like, you know what I mean? He didn't seem...
Well, it took him about 3 or 4 years into his NBA career to wake up. So I could tell.
Yeah.
I mean, he killed his freshman... I mean, he killed in college, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but at college, when you're at that level, when you're so much better than them, the other players, it's like you could coast, but in the NBA, you have to be on your game because everybody is good. Including Chris Quinn.
Oh, definitely. But, I mean, he definitely reminds me of Conley. Like I said, what is just being under control all the time.
So, North Carolina is bringing the biggest fan base. We were told that they're bringing about 900 fans. Who has the next biggest fan base? I'm going to say it's going to be us. Just cheering on for Buddy Hield. We're going to be that loud.
Us being completely unbiased in 10th year seniors gear, just cheering for Buddy Hield.
It's going to be 10th year seniors. We're going to be the second biggest fan base.
There's 2 fan bases I could see coming.
Us and who else?
I could see Georgetown.
I'm going to have cowbells.
Bringing people. And then surprisingly, I would say Wisconsin's going to bring a good crowd.
Remember how you always said
Florida's going to be a big.
You know who I hope brings a good crowd?
It doesn't
honestly, matter. Just me and my Tinder self. Can UCLA please bring a great crowd? I would love it so much.
For completely non-basketball related reasons.
I just want UCLA to have a great crowd. Right swipes all day. You watch. Tuesday to Saturday.
Sure that your thing has nothing to do with Asian girls.
No.
Yeah.
Nah.
So,
but
what's the group?
I feel like Oklahoma would, but it's football season, so not really.
Yeah,
that's why I'm saying
Oklahoma's not.
Florida isn't doing too well. They just got bowl eligible yesterday, so
aren't all these Americans? They should be cold. What are they doing? Why would you?
Yeah, I mean,
they're going to visit family during Thanksgiving.
If you're in Wisconsin,
a lot of them come to the Bahamas.
Every reason to come to the Bahamas because it probably sucks there right about now.
But I think Wisconsin's going to bring a good crowd.
Kansas had about 1,000 fans last year.
How much did UK have in the Summer of Thunder?
I forgot what they said. The official number, I think, was about 600 or 700, I think.
And that's just for preseason basketball.
That's preseason. Well, we're a different breed.
Imagine what they would do if they were Battle for Atlantis.
By that, I mean we're better.
And, for North Carolina, what do they do? They're walking back into the place where they got stomped
I know. That's, the first question I want to ask.
It's all I want to ask them. Hey, so how do you like...
What does it feel like to return to the scene of the crime when you got owned?
I mean, quite frankly, they should just run the offense through Justin Jackson. I don't know why you're talking about this Taige character. What's he going to do? Who is that guy?
Really he really has been a steadying influence. I don't think they were sure where the production was coming from.
Justin Jackson is the third best player on this team.
Like it was nothing. He had 18 the last game.
He may be the 4th best player on this team. You know I have no idea why you guys are so enamored by Justin Jackson.
Whatever. Now me and Taige are talking. Taige, go ahead.
4th best player on the team.
I was saying I didn't think he was gonna play that big a role on his team either, but he really has been stepping up big. Granted, it is cupcake season. But I mean,
Marcus Page, Kennedy Meeks, Bryce Johnson.
All those guys got owned by the Providence Storm. But
so did Justin Jackson.
Yeah, but Justin Jackson's a freshman, though.
Justin Jackson came in and he was he brought North Carolina back to life when he came in the game. That's my whole Justin Jackson rant. When he goes top 5, when he comes out, well, we'll see.
Not going to go top 5.
So, yeah, at one point, Kawhi Leonard was the 3rd best player on his team. Now look at him. That's right.
Look at me now. Look at me now.
Justin Jackson is the only one who's not afraid. He's not afraid of KJ. The rest of them are.
All right, so we said Florida's going to be the ranked team that gets defeated. So I'm guessing that's going to be game 1. They'll get defeated.
Who are they playing in game 1?
Georgetown.
Yeah, they could lose that game.
That one.
I actually think
we should not go through the whole bracket.
No, I actually think Butler could pull the upset off on North Carolina.
Well,
not to step in with some breaking news, but I Heart Miko just posted something on Instagram of just tequila shots. I think about 5 or 6 of them. So Brent Grimes is probably taking it pretty hard.
Yes,
of course.
I beat you to it.
Thanks, Miko.
Yes, we will take some.
Of course she did.
Man, I think Butler's all out of magic. I think they booked them anticipating that Brad Stevens would be there with his magical elixir, but he took it to the NBA. So Butler sucks now.
Yeah. Even their new head coach isn't going to be there. He took a leave of absence from the team, and so they're going to be coached by an interim head coach guy.
And that's when the magic happens.
We're talking way too much about Butler.
You know what happened though? Butler, they were cool in the Missouri Valley or Ohio Valley, whatever conference they were in, and then they joined the Big East and ran into that buzzsaw. I think that's.
But the Big East isn't as good as they are. That's a whole other thing. I could talk about how they're overrated.
In total,
it's better what conference they were in before, though. Like, there's really no competition.
Yeah, no.
Big East. previous conference.
Anyway,
okay, conference talk, stop.
In total non-basketball related news, I need to see Bahamian girls step up their groupie game. I don't think they understand the magnitude of this tournament, and a lot of these guys are gonna go to the NBA.
They are first rounders.
They are gonna be very, very rich and famous people, and I don't think the Bahamian groupie crowd knows that.
So the Bahamian girls, you're making us look bad.
You really are.
They don't want to travel back here because you guys would rather go down. Don't go downtown this weekend.
Okay.
From Wednesday to Thursday, just stay in Atlantis.
Hey, groupie game right here.
Outfits.
Georgetown has a guy called Morning on their team, so you can put the dots together. Y'all groupie to him.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, this place is deprived of groupies. I'll give you that. Like, I haven't seen much.
Look,
American,
I remember it.
I
remember when.
I guess because like being like to know who these guys are, you have to watch it.
Yes, they need to do just enough. They watch Basketball Wives. They need to know that they are literally one step away from an episode of Basketball Wives.
Thank you now for bringing up Basketball Wives, because whose wives do we see on there? Not the superstars. No, you see the middling players to like the third string guys.
Yeah, like Eric Williams.
But every middling player was a superstar in college.
Not every middling
Not necessarily.
Player.
Antoine Walker's wife.
No, I agree with you that you have to be really, really good in college to make it to the NBA, but I don't think they were all superstars.
All we're saying is, look, at Kentucky, I know girls.
All superstars. Just about everybody in the NBA was a superstar in college.
Shut up, Taige. I know girls that actually did their groupie homework. Girls do this. There are websites dedicated to this.
Exactly. That's all I'm saying.
Why doesn't the Bahamian crowd do this?
To the Google. Just go on Google and then you can find out.
Look them up.
And you could be like,
right
Buddy
there.
Hield, question mark.
You're one step away from Basketball Wives. Yeah. I mean, come on.
Do you want to be on VH1 or not? How seriously do you take your life?
How bad do you want it?
How bad do you want this? I feel like we have to give motivational speeches to them.
I know, but 2 years ago, I saw a situation. Jeremy Lamb tried to holler at a girl in Aura and was very unsuccessful. Does she know that right now Jeremy Lamb is a top 7 rotation guy for the Oklahoma City Thunder? No, she doesn't. We need to prevent things from happening again.
That guy's going in the draft, and she was like, whatever. He looks like he's 12. I was like, okay, that's $1 million you could have had.
Look at that wallet.
And look, what is she doing now, and what is he doing now?
And what is she doing? She's still around here.
I think what we're really upset about is that they're groupies to the wrong people. Like, if you could be a groupie, sure, fine, whatever, no judgment here. Who cares, but be groupies in the right way. People.
And it's funny too because they got it's like a certain reggae artist who everybody wants to take a picture with, even though he's a convicted sexual predator.
No chill.
But I'm pretty sure he doesn't make half the money of an NBA player.
No
so.
chill.
I don't get it.
I don't even know why we did the first part of this podcast. We should just do this.
You'd rather be a groupie to a convicted sex predator who will probably assault you later on than an NBA player who could get you pregnant.
Taige, I think that they have voted and their answer is yes.
Yeah, it's probably yes.
That's why this country will never go anywhere.
Yeah, because our groupies never know who to go after. It's a real indictment. It's a real indictment on our country.
You know what the thing is? The groupies could get them while they're young. While they're not.
Yes, John, you hit it on the head. You could be a groupie to a young person. You don't have to be a groupie to a politician. These guys are young. Go after them.
And they're athletic.
And
they play a sport.
The two things that you like, and potential.
And they're tall.
They call it ambition.
Yeah.
They have tremendous upside potential. Both earning and
Come on, guys.
I mean, let's just be real. Go to North Carolina. Go to Wisconsin.
Yep.
Go to Florida.
Yep.
Georgetown.
Yep. Avoid UAB.
Yeah, avoid UAB.
Avoid UAB.
Avoid Butler.
Avoid
Oklahoma, you can include. And UCLA.
For those many reasons, we're going to be really excited about our wall-to-wall coverage this week. As you can see, we started very early. We started earlier than everybody else because Taige is out there right now.
He's sleeping
at
in
Coral
a tent.
Towers.
Taige
is pitched a tent.
Sleep.
Have you ever seen a 6'8" person sleep in a tent outside of a hotel?
He's working overtime. He's chilling by the fountain because that's where he's getting his water. Taige isn't eating. It's just all college basketball.
Yes.
Yes, definitely. Me and anyway, I'm about to go hit up the bar with Justin Jackson. So
he can't drink.
You guys.
Yeah, Taige. They're all of them are pretty much underage.
In America.
Oh,
that's true.
NCAA. Sorry, I didn't mean that.
Don't let them put any cream cheese on their bagels.
Yes. No, they could do that now.
They can do that now?
Yes.
Okay.
They have an unlimited, because you remember when Shabazz was like,
John knows
I go to sleep hungry.
John knows too many ridiculous NCAA rules.
Yeah, he really does.
Yes, we get unlimited.
Just don't have them sign autographs.
No, No, not for money. No.
All right. Anyways, Taige, it's good checking in on you. We'll talk to you when we get down there because you'll be there for the next 3 days. But you'll see us in a few.
Does anyone use Pinterest?
All right.
Thank you.
That was Taige Adderley on the 10th year seniors line, live on location, awaiting the battle for Atlantis, and so are we. Hopefully, so are the groupies. John, is there anything else that you'd want to see from the battle for Atlantis? We know Kari's list. We didn't really get to yours.
I want to see
UAB.
No, I mean, I don't think they're gonna do well. I think they're gonna give people like 30 points. I don't.
I mean, John just wants to not cover UAB, like no matter what. I think John looked at the schedule and figures if UAB is playing at like 7, or I could go home. That's basically what he's thinking.
Yeah, thanks. Like, I hope they're playing during Thanksgiving time for dinner, so I could just leave.
So you're gonna get wall-to-wall coverage from 10th year seniors this
except
week,
UAB apparently.
Except UAB apparently. So hit us up on the website, Instagram,
we'll be
like us
tweeting,
on Facebook,
live tweets,
like us on
live
Twitter,
Instagram, everything.
Yeah. So like I said, wall-to-wall coverage, every type of media there is. That's about it. And you'll have Taige on the sidelines. Well, not really on the sidelines, but as close as we could get without him getting kicked out.
But who do you think wins the whole thing?
We didn't do that. I don't. I'm gonna go ahead and say Wisconsin wins.
I'm gonna go ahead and say Oklahoma wins.
Yeah, I want Oklahoma to win.
Yeah, now way to go.
Yeah, Taige. I'm gonna have Taige's proxy vote, and Taige also said Oklahoma. So I'm the only one that picked Wisconsin.
Yeah, good job.
Not a bad pick, but
unpatriotic.
Yeah.
Cool. Good job.
I'm gonna tell Buddy over that when we interview him.
Yes, I will. Like we all picked you to win the tournament except him.
No belief.
It's fine. I'll take that. Well, we see you guys this Wednesday when we pick up action at the Battle for Atlantis, starting at 12 with UNC and Butler, I think it is, in the first game.
Yeah.
Followed by the big game in the opening session, Oklahoma and UCLA.
Cowbells and drums.
Everybody bring the drums and cowbells out. We're going to turn up. This is 10th year seniors signing out. See you at Atlantis.
Stay woke.
Where we were, kind of thing, bet you'd find